Hi, Ryan. How is it going?
How is it, sir?
I
I'm
hope
fine.
that you're doing well. I hope everything is okay. So, how is the holiday going on, guys? So, are you spending the holiday in your city in Rabat?
Yes.
Okay, so you didn't go anywhere, right? You didn't go to teach that or
No.
no? Okay, so maybe teach that is gonna be a little bit hot or maybe a little bit cold because it's been raining, recently.
Yes.
Change that city, right? Well, so inshallah for today, maybe I forgot to send you the document of the previous session. Did you get any document or I
No.
no, right? Yeah, so I forgot just to send them, right? Yes, and there was a homework maybe that you should normally do, right? But right, inshallah, we shall do it, inshallah, for as part of revision during the session, and in addition to a new course that we will be starting, inshallah, right, today. So, yeah, can you remind me of the title of the lesson or the subjects or the topic of the previous lesson, though? What were we discussing last time?
The simple sentence, the complex sentence, the compound complex sentence, and the compound sentence.
Okay, so yeah, we were discussing, or the lesson was about sentence types or the different sentence structures. Basically,
Yes.
a simple sentence or what we call independent clause, and then a compound sentence, which is a combination of two independent clauses, and then a complex sentence, which is a combination of or joining, both independent clause in addition to a subordinate clause or a dependent clause. And we got compound complex sentence, which is a combination of compound sentence and a complex sentence. Well, that sounds good, right? Well, let me ask you concerning the compound sentence. What are some of the conjunctions that we can use in order to combine two independent clauses?
Uh, we have two independent clauses.
Not necessarily.
Uh,
There are many.
Two or more,
Use
or
some
more.
examples. Yeah. Okay. Like what?
Like I play football. I know I'm playing football, and my sister is playing with her friends.
Very good. Yeah. Where is the conjunction here? With
And
coordinator here, right? It's the and, okay?
and
We
yeah.
may have and sometimes, but sometimes, or maybe for, right, and so on. Yes. Okay. So these are some of the examples that we may have as conjunctors. Yes. As yeah, coordinators. Let's say. Well, let's conjunctions or coordinators. What about complex sentence? What are some of the right linking words that we can use to combine both an independent clause and subordinate clause?
Can you repeat the
Yeah.
first part
What
of
are some
the
words, connectors, or let me say subordinators that we can use to join both a subordinate clause and the main clause, which is the independent clause? Yeah. What are the,
or
uh, or
and no
sentences, right? Okay.
and
It's not
and but
compound sentence, right? Okay. No, these are words that we can use for compound sentence. Now, complex
yes.
sentence. I'd like to combine. Can you give me an example of a complex sentence?
Uh, I I play I play football.
Mhm.
Uh, when my dad comes.
All right, method. And yeah, we got when. So we may have some relative pronoun. May have a relative pronoun. Some, linking words, great, related to, adverbs of time in a way, great. We may have an adverb clause, either expressing the time, as you said, when, or maybe the cause, right? Maybe the cause when we say because or as, and so on, or maybe the purpose to be so as to, right, in order to, right, and so on. So these are some, and we may have relative pronouns just like who, when, where, and so on, right? Very good. Okay, so let's move on just to do a homework, right? As part of revision, and then we'll start, inshallah, right, the new course that we related to vocabulary in particular, right? So let me share with you the screen. Okay, here we go. So this is it, right? Sentence types practice, right? So we have here
Yeah.
just like 10 statements here or different clauses, and then we got to decide whether it is a simple sentence or a compound sentence or complex sentence, right? There is no compound
Yes.
complex. There is no compound complex, right? So I maybe can you see the screen this way?
Yes.
All right, yeah. Take your time. I'll give you just like 3 minutes, right, to look at all the different the tense statement, and then you decide. Okay, I'm here with you. Okay,
Okay.
once you finish, you just give me a signal.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So I told you to give me a signal, right? Okay, let's start with the first statement, right? So we have your confident people are usually happy. So what do you think is the type of sentence that we have here?
Simple sentence.
It's a simple one, right? Confident people, this is the subject, are usually happy. Remember that a simple sentence is not necessarily short. It's maybe a little bit long, right? Because of the adjectives that we may add, just like confident here, or maybe the adverb that we may add, just like usually, right? There are some other secondary, let me say secondary words that we add, not necessarily right word, but you know, right, we just add them. And this makes the, you know, short sentence a little bit long, a simple sentence a little bit long, but you know, it is still, it remains still, you know, simple sentence, right? Number two, we got cheerful people often get a job easily because they are usually pleasant co-workers.
Compound sentence.
Compound sentence. Why is it compound? Where is the first clause and the second independent clause? If it's compound, we should have independent clauses.
Cheerful people often get job easily, and they are usually pleasant co-workers.
So we got here often get job easily, great. And then we have
They are usually pleasant co-workers.
because they are usually pleasant co-workers, right? Normally, this is the
Yes.
statement. If I tell you because they are usually or usually pleasant co-workers, this becomes a subordinate clause, right? It doesn't stand by itself. It needs to depend
Ah,
on the statement, which is
yes.
the main clause, okay? And
Comple
we never have
complex.
we never have because an independent clause, right? So this is a subordinate clause. Okay. So what do you think?
It's a complex sentence.
Yeah, it's a complex sentence, good. When we have an independent clause, which is the main clause, together with a subordinate clause in which we, you know, express purpose or maybe time or something like that, right? Or the cause, that makes it a complex statement, right? Well, three, my friend Jenny makes a bad first impression.
A simple sentence.
It's simple, right? Yeah. My friend Jenny, what's the problem with your friend? Makes a what makes a bad first impression? It's subjects, verb, and then objects. Good. Well, number four, Jenny seems negative when she meets people for the first time. When
Complex sentence.
complex here, we got here when, this relative pronoun, right, expressing the time. That's an adverb. This is called an adverb clause, right? Expressing the time when she meets people for the first time. Well, number five, she has friends, but she doesn't always keep them for very long.
Uh, Complex sentence.
Why complex?
Uh, Compound.
It's compound. Remember, linking words help, the conjunctions or subordinators that we may have, you know, help. If we have but, and, or, these are, you know, for compound sentences, okay? But if we have because, so as to, in order, when, after, this is for basically great complex sentences. Okay, so we have here, but, okay, she doesn't. Okay, so this is a compound sentence, right? Combination of two independent clauses. We have here, she has friends, and then we have, she doesn't always keep them for very long. And number six, let's make it a little bit longer here, right? Negative people usually doesn't get jobs easily, but Ginny found a good job.
It's a compound
It's a compound,
uh,
it's just like the previous one,
sentence.
just like the previous one. Number 7, negative people can be unreasonable and they can be difficult to work with.
Compound sentence.
Compound sentence using and, right? Yes, okay. Number 8, negative people have many unpleasant characteristics, although they have good ones too.
Complex sentence.
It's a complex. And what kind of subordinate clause do we have here? You have the subordinate clauses, although they have ones.
Dem Dependent.
It's a dependent, right? Yeah, it's a dependent clause, right? And exactly this is an adverb clause expressing what? Although. We have seen although when we studied the linking words. What does although
Yeah.
express? When I say although, even though, nevertheless, regardless.
Like blacks.
Même si, en français, on dit même si.
هتساعدهم.
Elle exprime la concession, right? It's concession, right? Concession هذا كتسمى اللي كتسمى concession you know in language. Concession يعني نورمالمون فوالا كتكون عندنا واحد سبب خصو يؤدي لواحد النتيجه right ولكن كيؤدي العكس ميم سي لا في الى ديبلوي دي زيفور دار مجهود كبير وكذا وكذا ولكن سقط لم ينجح right نورمالمون خصو ينجح الى في right واحد ليفور كبير خصو ينجح right okay so even if or although he is smart he you know right people or maybe right he can't solve math problems right he can't solve math problems even though or even if or although he is smart normally if he is smart he must be able to resolve problems and so on but he doesn't right so this is what we call concession and anywhere any statement or clause that begins with such a word is called the subordinate clause. It's a dependent, as you said, it's a dependent clause, right? It doesn't express the meaning. If we say, although they have good ones too, what, right? We need another clause, which is the main clause to understand the whole, you know, idea. Number 9, Ginny likes telling jokes and making people laugh.
Simple.
Simple. Remember what we said before. Simple sentence can have even 2 subjects or even 2 verbs, right? Or even 2 objects too, right? So it remains a simple sentence, right? Jenny likes telling jokes and making, right, people laugh, right? So it's a simple one. The last one, number 10, Jenny is a good worker because she has many positive characteristics.
It's a complex.
It's a complex sentence. What is a complex?
Because it has a dependent clause.
Oh, yeah, because we have here an independent clause together with a subordinate clause.
A subordinate clause.
Beginning with the subordinated because which expresses the cause, right? Okay, so this makes a complex sentence, right? Okay, that sounds good right now. So we have finished right now with the you know lesson related to the types of sentences. And this is very, as I said before, maybe, right? It's a very important lesson. Why? Because it helps you write. Inshallah, right? We shall have, let's say, some homeworks related to writing because we never worked on writing. Writing is, you know, right, one of the challenging tasks actually. And in writing, you know, everything is included there, including vocabulary, including grammar, including the you know, spelling, mechanics, everything you know, related to language, especially grammar, is included there, right? It combines different skills together. And this lesson, inshallah, right, is going to help you, right? How to write a simple sentence, how to write a long sentence, right, statement, compound one, complex statements, and so on, right? Inshallah, we shall have a course related to writing, inshallah, once we finish some basic courses. A writing course in which we are going to go back again to the topics that we discussed before. We talked about the different topics related to artificial intelligence, related to pollution, environment, technology, robotics, and even healthcare and so on, right? Those things, again, we should be able to, write, well-structured paragraphs or maybe essays about those topics. Now, today's course that we are going to start today is going to be about vocabulary. Vocabulary is going to be good, right, for you. This course is going to enlarge your vocabulary repertoire. You're going to learn a lot and a lot of words. And this course has to do with what we call word formation. وهذا في لالونج في اللغة, right, ما يتعلق بتشكيل والconstruction, بناء الكلمات, كيتسمى word formation in English, right? Word formation. What do we mean by word formation? I'll give you an example. If we take the word write, this is a verb, right? Okay, this is a verb. أو في اللغة العربية ربما كتب تسمى هذه مادة ثلاثية, right? ممكن ماذا? You can make a lot of words, many other words, based on this, raw material, right? Let's call it raw material. نسميها مادة الخام. ممكن نصنع منها كلمات وأشياء أخرى. Yeah, what are some of the words that you can make based on the word write?
Writing.
Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, so we have your write. Let's put it this way. So you can create the word writing, which is a noun. This is a verb, and this is a noun, writing, right? Good. What else?
Writable. Writable.
Writable. Why not, right? Writable, it's possible to be written, right? Okay, this is not very common in English, but it shows that you have a good idea, right, about about the word formation, right? Okay, so what other words, great, that you can make using, great, using this raw materials? What else? Yes. Who is the person? What do you call the person who is doing this?
Writer.
Right, good. Okay, so in English, if you'd like to know the person who is doing the action or who does the action, you very simply add er to the verb at the end, or sometimes if you have e, you add simply r, and then it becomes a person, right, who is doing the action, right? Writer. Yeah, right. Anything else? Yeah, what else? You have written an essay, and then I found that there are many mistakes in your essay. I drew your attention, right, to the mistake that you have made, and then I told you, okay, you got to Rayane, right, this is full of mistakes. You got to write it. Rewrite again. Yes, yeah, rewrite. Okay, so which means write again. Yeah, so we add this what? We add what do we call this? The before the word.
The prefix.
That's called the prefix. Very good. Prefix are, some letters that we add before the word in order to come up with another word, right? Which has a different meaning, right? Maybe. Okay, so that's it. Right. Very good. Yeah. So today we are going to deal with the first part of our course related to vocabulary. Our course related to vocabulary will consist of two parts. The first part has to do with the prefixes, right? With the prefix. And the second part, inshallah, right, later on, when we finish with this, and, later on, right, we're going to break the routine again with another course. And then we'll come back again to vocabulary to deal with the lesson or the course related to suffixes too, right? Okay, so let's start our first session today. with prefixes. Great. Okay, so let me share with you right away the document that we're going to work on, and we'll start with this. Great. Prefixes can be added, are letters, as I said before. They can be added not just to verbs, but also to, you know, some adjectives or, you know, right, even nouns, right? Okay, so, you know, not necessarily, you know, verbs. So prefixes are useful linguistic clues. Why are they called clues؟ يعني مؤشرات, ce sont des indicators, مؤشرات ولا قرائن كتعطيك فكرة على ربما لو تيب الكاتيجوري the category of the word واش هي adjective ربما واش لو contraire, right? It can help you guess the meaning of the word, right? If I say legal, what does it mean legal? Legal قانوني, right? شي حاجة قانونية, it's lawful. But if I say illegal, you understand that il, you know, makes the opposite of the adjective, right? So they help you. These are clues that can help you guess the meaning of the words. Well, you guess the meaning, as I said here. They are added at the beginning of words. Some of these prefixes are used to give a negative, sometimes negative, but it's not necessarily negative, as we have seen with the word right. Rewrite. Yeah. Rewrite, it means again. It means again. So it's you know, it's or an opposite meaning, right? But consider the following you know, sentences, and let's study them together. If we say he is a rather inexperienced, okay, so what does inexperienced here mean? We added
He don't. Yes.
yeah.
We have. He doesn't have an experience.
We got to experienced person is someone who is talented, who has an expertise and so on. Inexperienced, that makes it the opposite, right? It means he has no experience. It's impossible to drive in such a busy street, Again, that means the opposite of possible. But your attention, the meaning conveyed by these prefixes is not or opposite of the negative prefixes an or this or in or I am or I are, right? Mostly when you find these prefixes, Rayane, mostly, right? Yeah. Un or dis, right? This or in or m or air. These are mostly in, you know, they give you an idea about the opposites. Mostly are talking about the general situation. They indicate the opposites or the, you know, the negative side, right? And IL2, right, can be added to some adjectives to make opposite. The following general rules may help. As we said, we can generalize, but we should not overgeneralize again, because there might be some exceptions. Which prefix to use, great. But remember that these are expectations, great, okay. Exceptions, as we say, there are exceptions. Exceptions like as if in the case where I am or am is used before a word beginning with M, or your attention here, P, like imitative, right, or impolite, right? What we mean here is that we can have some general idea as far as the use of I am. When should I add I am to an adjective? Mostly there are most frequent cases we add I am for a word, that an adjective that begins with P, right, or M, like as we have here mature, immature. Mature يعني ناضج, immature غير ناضج, right? Polite, someone who is polite, it means respectful, مؤدب. Impolite, غير مؤدب أو سلوك غير لائق, right? IR is used before a word beginning with R. IR en général في بزاف ديال الحالات on utilise قبل واحد l'adjectif اللي كيبدا ب R, like responsible, irresponsible, regular, irregular, right, and so on. The same thing for IL, right, or L. And mostly adjectives that begin with L, like legal, we say illegal, right, and so on, right? However, there are no rules for an or in or this, right? There are no specific rules, right? Even though, right, there are many cases where we can use this for a word beginning with S, right? An adjective beginning with S, or even a verb that begins with S, like appear, this, you know, or A2, right? Like similar, dissimilar, guys. But this is not the case. Yeah, there are no specific rules, but there are some just many frequent cases. Well, I think the only way to learn, in addition, of course, to some of these general rules, the best way to learn this is practice, practice, and practice. Okay, practice makes perfect. When you practice, you get familiar with the words. And these are things that need to be learned, and that's it. Great. So let's start with number one here. Let us use the correct or the appropriate prefix for the following you know, words or adjectives. We have here safe. These are
Unsafe.
mostly, yeah. Okay, very nice. We say unsafe. Safe and safe, right? Respectful.
Disrespectful.
Great job, great. Yeah, disrespectful. Good, great. What about fit?
Uh, uh, unfit.
Unfit. Good job, great. Yes. You notice me fit.
Yes. صحي.
They fit, right? We see here this, for instance, this fits into the
yes.
right. They fit يعني جاية مقدم معاه, right? Okay. And fits إلى ما جايش معاه, right? Okay. For instance, if I take this one, I say this one is, you know, it's unfit. They don't fit together, right? Okay, that sounds good. Next, we have here relevance. Are relevant.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevance. Okay, irrelevance. Great, good job. So relevance يعني عنده علاقة إلى relation, right? Okay. I say that your topic, your essay is relevant. الموضوع ديالك ولا المقالة ديالك l'expression écrite ديالك is relevant. Relevant يعني عنده علاقة بالموضوع. It has to do with the topic that we are discussing, right? And the question. But if I say, no, great, this, Ryan, what did you do? I told you to talk about pollution, air pollution. You're talking about environment in general. Your essay is irrelevant. Irrelevant, it means it's beside the point, right? يعني hors le sujet, hors sujet كما نقول, right? خارج الموضوع, irrelevant. Logical.
Illogical.
Illogical. Good job. Again, right, most cases when adjective begins with L, in most cases we say illogical, right? Like rational, irrational, irrational, again, great, yes, that's the same meaning. Curable. Curable.
Incurable.
Incurable, very good. Yes, good job. Great. Curable, incurable. It seems as if we have worked on this course before, right? It's that you're doing it, man, right? That's very nice. I don't know if you're answering based on the knowledge that you have discovered the word before, right? Or you're just trying your chance, as we say. Okay.
No.
Tenter la chance, great, Ryan.
No.
Okay, nice, good job. So what does it mean curable? Curable. This disease is curable.
Pénible.
What is that?
بحال pénible. يعني
In English, right? It can be what?
have a lot of impacts.
Not really. Great. Curable, it means it has a cure, right? What is that? It can be cured. Do you know what I mean a cure?
No.
It's a treatment, right? Treatment.
Yes.
علاج, as we say in English, right? Yeah, there is a proverb that says prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. الوقاية خير من العلاج, right? Better,
العلاج.
yes, than cure. Okay, so if something is curable, it means it can be cured, right? Let me say here, for instance, not anemia. Yeah, anemia, why not, right? I think anemia is curable, right? Anemia is okay. Let's choose something easier, right? Fever is curable. Okay, fever
Yeah,
is curable, right? You can just take maybe some medicines and you get better, right? But if
yeah.
we're talking about VIH, for instance, VIH, like this, you know, virus, right? VIH, you know, the loss, right, of immunity and so on. This is at this time, right, it's incurable, right? It has cancer, most of the cases of cancer. Some of them are curable, but most of the cases are incurable, right? Okay, well, we have here resistible.
Irresistible.
Irresistible, very good, yes, irresistible. Irresistible, it can be resisted, right? It can be resisted, right? But some of, you know, cases are, you know, or some of the things that we can't resist, we say it's irresistible, right? Okay. Number 8, secure.
Uh,
Safe, secure.
Unsecurable.
Oh, not really, right? Still a prefix or suffix. Insecure, very simple.
Insecure, yes.
Insecure, right? Secure يعني راح sécuriser en français, right? Insecure, it means it's not safe, it's not secure, right? Kind.
Uh, un, uh,
Yes.
Unkind.
Unkind, right, good. This person is very kind. This one is unkind. It means he's cruel. واحد اللي ماشي غير لطيف قاسي في المعاملة كنقول له he is cruel. Cruel يعني قاسي, right? Okay. وقد
Yeah.
تعني معنى شخص عاق. عاق يعني في لما نقول على الطفل أو الولد
Yes.
تجاه معاملة
Alcohol.
الآباء ديالو كنقول he is cruel يعني المقصود عاق إنسان يعامل بقسوة والديه, right? Okay, number 10, satisfied.
Unsatisfied.
Unsatisfied. ديك ان كتصدق على بزاف ديال لي زادجيكتيف right. ممكن نلقاو unsatisfied موجودة تلقاها right. ولكن اللي مستعملة بشكل right most you know right which is basically the most common one right is dissatisfied, we say dissatisfied.
Ah,
All right, dissatisfied, right? Sometimes you might find the right dissatisfied with double S, right? You might find unsatisfied also, right? Some people, some English speakers, they may use unsatisfied. It's okay, right? The idea is clear, but dissatisfied is preferable, right? It's more formal, right? Maybe, right? Well, number 11, comfortable.
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, right? Uncomfortable. Good. You know, patience.
Uh,
Comfortable غير مريح, right? Yeah. Patience.
un, unpaid.
Mhm.
Uh,
What does that mean, patience?
Sabor.
Oh, exactly. Very good. Yeah. The camel is a patient animal, right? Okay. What about, you know, someone who can't wait, for instance? There are so many people who can't wait, especially when they come to, you know, right, get something or whatever, right, in a certain administration, and then they find that there is the queue, many people
Yeah.
are waiting there, right? So I can't wait, we say, remember what we said concerning most of the adjectives that begin with P. Look, right, most of the adjectives that begin with P, we say impolite,
Impatient.
impatient, guys. Impatient. يعني غير صبور, right? I'm impatient, or I can say I express it, I can use it expressing, you know, that feeling when you are waiting for something, you're looking forward to meeting someone or whatever. So I say I am impatient to meet you, right? When are you going to come, right? So it means
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, right, and meeting you. Well, next number 13, literate. Literate is someone who is educated. قارئ مزيان, educated, مثقف, great. Now, what's the opposite, great?
Illiterate.
Illiterate, as we say, it begins with L, so mostly we say illiterate. And the noun is le nom, right? We say illiteracy, right? يعني الأمية, illiteracy. Good. Responsible.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible. Very good. Yes, غير مسؤول, right? We say this person is irresponsible. إنسان غير مسؤول. لا يبالي بالعواقب ولا بالقانون, right? Number 15, legal.
Illegal.
Illegal. Great job. Yes, illegal. Next, organized.
Unorganized.
حتى هي بحال ديك السيف السيف
Ah.
لا انه سلم كما كيقولوا في العربيه سكن تسلم. Right, yes. Well, this we say disorganized. Disorganized. Yes. Disorganized داكشي ما مرتبش كاع. In disorder كنقول حتى في انجلي we got order. كاين order يعني النظام قانوني وداكشي مرتب وكاين disorder داكشي مخربق. Yes, disorder مس كاع. Okay. So it's the same here. Organized, disorganized, right? Disorganized. Of course, in British English, it's written with S, right? In American, it's with Z. In British, it's with S, right? Mostly in American with Z. Well, number 17, convenience.
Inconvenience.
Inconvenience, great. Yes, good job. What does it mean convenience and inconvenience? What does it mean convenience?
مناسب.
مناسب. جميل. Great. أحسنت. Great. Yeah. Inconvenient غير ملائم. Great. I'm sorry for شي حاجة شي أمور غير مناسبة ربما. Great. أو ربما طارئ معين وقع عندي. Great. say I'm sorry for any inconvenience. Great. I mean أعتذر عن أي أمور يعني غير right خارج يعني المعتاد or whatever. Right. Out of control. خارج التحكم. Great. أمور غير مناسبة. Yeah. Number 18, lucky.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Yes, someone who has no luck or has a bad luck, right?
Not chance.
Oh, yeah, great. Yes. Lucky and lucky. Great. Good. What about mature? I think we have seen this word before.
Immature.
Yeah, mature. Great. يعني شخص ناضج ولا حتى ربما فاكهة ناضجة. Immature. Great. It means someone who is still young, right? Or maybe his mind, right? His behavior, the way he behaves, show that he's not, you know, older enough, guys. Okay, pleasant.
Unpleasant.
What is it? In. Oh, really? It's unpleasant, great.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant, great. Unpleasant, great, yes. Pleasant, something, you know, it means happy or whatever, right? Or something that makes you feel happy or whatever. We say pleasant, right? Unpleasant, you know, right? The opposite. Well, important. Very simple.
Unimportant.
Unimportant, yeah, the easiest thing here, unimportant, right? Well, limited.
Unlimited.
Unlimited, right?
Yeah.
Unlimited, right? Okay, limited محصور محدود, right? Unlimited غير محصور, exclusive, right? Limited, exclusive too, right? Similar. Similar, they look different, meaning. Remember here it begins with S. I think I have told you a general rule. For most words, adjectives beginning with S. We simply
unsimilar.
Not really, right? Dissimilar.
Dissimilar. Dissimilar, yes.
All right, yeah. Dissimilar, you know, it means different, right? Dissimilar, right? Yes. Countries have dissimilar, or states in the world have dissimilar interests and political orientations. Great. Well, honest. Honest. Honest, honest, right? It means
صار لا
تمام right صريح صادق right.
صريح.
The opposite is will be
آه س-
honest right. Okay, dishonest غير صادق right. Is not telling the truth right. Rational.
irrational.
Irrational right good. Irrational غير منطقي. Unreasonable. Unreasonable. Efficient.
Inefficient.
Inefficient very good yeah excellent job great. Inefficient great. غير فعال great yes inefficient right. Polite.
Uh, uh,
P it begins we got here P.
uh, impolite.
Polite yeah polite impolite good job. Well how about accessible?
Uh, unax un
I-
inaccessible.
Okay yes you know it's inaccessible inaccessible
Yes.
right. Special sometimes you got to maybe trying to navigate into a certain page on the web but you can't you get 404 you can't access
Yes.
the maybe the server or whatever right. So you say this page is inaccessible I can't access right. Or maybe try to access your account in a certain platform but you can't right. So you say my account is inaccessible today. Well, number 29, grateful.
Ungrateful.
Yeah, right. And ungrateful. Very good. Yes. What does it mean grateful?
شاكر.
تمام جيد جدا. I'm so grateful. Right. This is one of the ways to thank someone. We can say thank you or say thanks or thanks a million, thanks a bench, thanks a bench. Thank you very much. Or you say I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. أنا شكور جدا. Right. Well, next we have reliable.
Unreliable.
Unreliable. Very good. Yeah. Unreliable. Excuse me. Unreliable. Yes, this way. Reliable, it means you can rely on it, right? This website, some websites are reliable, right? Some cars are reliable. Toyota is reliable. Ford is reliable. Volkswagen is reliable. But that's yeah.
Yeah.
Unreliable. I hate French cars. Right? Well, right.
Yes.
Anyway, this is my orientation again, my own point of view. Good. Well, I think we've come to the end. This is just the introductory, lesson. Let's see for the course related to vocabulary. There are many exercises for practice that we're going to start with. So I'm going to send you this first exercise in which you are going to use the appropriate, word that you are going to choose from, this table, from this list that we have here. Okay, you choose the appropriate word or adjective to complete the following sentences. And later on, we shall meet, inshallah, to continue our course. Well, before you go, it's good to speak a little bit, right? Just to come up with some examples, right? I don't want to, let's say, close my lessons without having you speak or produce something. So I'm going to choose just some specific adjectives here to use in a sentence, great. Okay, so let's start with the first one. I'm gonna choose one here, great. Let's see the most challenging one here, irresistible. And then the most challenging one here, I would like to choose, disorganized, amateur, unpleasant, unlucky, great. Irresponsible, just irresponsible. And next one here, inaccessible. Okay, let's come up with the sentence, great, yeah. Construct a sentence using irresistible.
My friend is irresistible.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
When you say my
Irresistible.
irresistible, it doesn't mean
I
not clear where you're
thought that was
هو فيها هذه
make a sentence.
فيها الكثير فيها القيل والقال هذه صديقي لا يقاوم طبعا فريند اون انجلي قد يكون هو او هي ولما تقول لا يقاوم في الانجليزي تحتمل وتحتمل لا تقاوم او كذا what do you mean
It's you cannot like access to him easily.
You can't
Like
ask to him in terms of what? Is he is he a server or what? Mr. Server?
no.
Or you mean his private life, or I don't know, guys. It's not clear enough. Irresistible.
uh,
I would give you a clear
you
example as far as people are
yeah,
concerned, right? If
yeah.
maybe there is, I don't know, right? A beautiful girl, right? How I say, oh my God, right? Her beauty is irresistible. All
لا
right?
تقهر لا يقهر.
I can't resist that, right? This is an example.
Yes.
There are many who can talk about irresistible in the field of technology, right? Or electronics, we can talk about irresistible. And also in the field of humanities, we can talk about resistible, right? The nature
Yeah.
of the beauty of this city is irresistible. I mean, right? I like it very much, and every time, I find myself, obliged to come back again and enjoy this beauty, right?
Yeah.
That's really irresistible, right? Or maybe if mom or mommy, right, has made some delicious food. I say, oh, this dish is irresistible. This taco is irresistible. I can
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
stop eating it, right? It's so delicious. It means that that's so delicious, right? So this can be used in a rhetorical way, right? In a metaphorical way. ممكن استعملها بطريقة بلاغية ولا يعني في مصطلح كمصطلح علمي، right? أو كوصف علمي لقضية علمية. All right, that's very nice. Okay, so let's move to irresponsible. I think this one is quite is
Res
irresponsible.
uh, it have a lot of
As you mean?
meanings.
Yeah.
Like
Give me an example in a sentence using this word.
my friend is irresponsible. He can't my mom my mom it's just a sentence. My mom is irresponsible. She can't let us walk to the cinema alone or
What are you
like
saying,
that.
Ryan? Grace? Irresponsible, that's a negative, it has a negative connotation, right? عنده حمولة سلبية، وصف سلبي irresponsible, right? يعني
Yes,
غير مسؤول أو غير مسؤولة.
she yes I said she
لا يتحمل مسؤوليته، لا ينظر إلى عواقب أفعاله، right؟ كيدير شيء تصرفات
ah
يشوفش
yes
العواقب ديالو، ما كت right? That's what we mean
yes
responsible. You should apologize to mom.
just a sentence.
No, I know, I'm just joking, right? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, my friend is irresponsible, right? Okay. He never, let me say here, assume the responsibility of his action. لا يتحمل مسؤولية أفعاله, right?
مسؤولية ما يفعل
دراسة كذا يقطع الشجرة، يكسب على الحيط، فانداليزم الصور. إذا نقول هذا إنسان شخص غير مسؤول، لا يتحمل عواقب ما يفعل, right? Okay, that's irresponsible. Very nice. Okay, let's move to the last one, which is inaccessible. I think this one is very yes.
لا يمكن الولوج إليها يعني you
Yeah,
can't
in a sentence, yeah, to make sure.
you haven't access to it like
Yeah.
the jail's door is inaccessible.
What is it though?
The jail's door.
What do you mean by jail's door?
Jail's door.
Uh-huh.
The jail
Jail.
it's is
Uh-huh.
yes jail.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
inaccessible.
What do you mean inaccessible?
Like you can't enter to it
You can't get into
or yes
alright يعني ما قدش توصل لذاك الباب عاد باش نقول له تحله, right?
Yes.
That's what I mean here. Okay. This is better understood if you give an example within your field, the field of the internet and so on, right? Right? Remember the example that I have given. I say this page is inaccessible. Try to this link, you can say this link is inaccessible. I mean, hey, the link that you have sent to me is inaccessible. I click on it, but nothing, shows up, right? Okay, that's exactly the meaning of inaccessible. It means you can't have access, let's say, to that, right? Okay, that's one way, one meaning. Another meaning is we can give another situation for, let me say, the internet itself. Say, the internet is inaccessible in many villages in the country, right? ما عندهم لاكسي على الانترنت, ما عندهمش قدره انه يوصلوا الولوج الى انترنت مثلا, right? اوكي, ولا الولوج الى المؤسسات ديال التعليم العالي, right? Many people or many students in the region of the Atafilalit, right? Or we say many high institutes in Morocco are inaccessible for, let's say, the for many students in the region of the Atafilalit, right? مجموعة ديال المعاهد العليا يعني يستحيل الولوج إليها من طرف الطلاب في المنطقة ديالنا البعيدة, لأن المؤسسات بعيدة عن المنطقة وكذا وكذا. Yes, that's exactly the meaning. So I think giving an example is the best way to make sure that you understood the words or not. Well, that's it for today. So I'm going to send you, inshallah, the following task exercise to use to choose from the list of adjectives from 1 to 30, the most appropriate one to express the meaning of the statement. Well, that's it. I think it's time to call it a day. So do you have any specific question before you go?
No.
Well, so have a good night. All the best.